What's up, everybody? This is another segment of Cash Out, or I don't know. I generally only do these if something catches my eye, whether it's something I'm going to buy or not, whether it's something I'm a little bit unsure of. And the Red Sonja caught my eye. Now, I knew right away this wasn't for Buck Fangs. I'm not going to lie. I knew instantly. I'm like, it just doesn't cut it. It doesn't cut it. However, I had to bring the man here himself so you could hear from your anime king, your vice president, say why this is not the Red Sonja for him, but why it may be the Red Sonja for you. So without further ado, Buck Fangs, what's going on this morning? And can you please let the people know, first of all, were you excited for this or not?
Um, so from the first teaser when we saw the renders,
Right.
I kind of just knew immediately I wasn't gonna like it.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Although back then we couldn't see the portrait, I
Right.
was thinking maybe the portrait would redeem it, but it doesn't redeem it for me. And that's not to say it's bad. It's just
Hmm.
not what I want. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and I definitely wanted Red Sonja. This just isn't. This just doesn't meet the criteria that I was looking for. I
Okay.
was, you know, definitely like there's a lot of like nice things here. The paint job looks very vibrant. Um,
Okay.
it's pretty colorful. It's a lot more vibrant than previous iterations. The red in her hair has a lot more yellow, so it's leaning towards like orange.
Right. Right.
Um, Her skin, the way it's been painted, she
Hmm.
has a very like pink flesh tone. It's full. It's rosy. It's like peachy.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Like a hue to her.
yeah, even though she's like ginger, you would think maybe she'd be more pale, but
Hmm.
this doesn't have like it's a more like summery and like lively fresh flesh tone, I would say. For the character, her outfit or costume, it's nice as well. Something
Yeah.
I'm not exactly feeling is she is very slender.
Oh, really? You're not feeling that?
Um, it I would have liked more muscular, like muscularity in the legs and the arms. Like, I think her torso is nice. She has like very full breasts, which is like iconic for the character.
Yeah.
Um,
But
that
no real
works.
muscle definition is what you're saying.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
even if like I don't does she need. I think just more substantial mass in her legs, and like it could still be like sexy and feminine, even
Oh,
with
yeah.
that. But like she looks a bit dainty.
Mm.
In terms of you can't see much of the underlying musculature, the structure underneath the
Mhm.
skin with the legs and the arms.
Mhm.
Um, I also don't like the pose. It looks like she's tripping over something. Um, then again, I'm very certain that I've seen this pose on an old cover, a old like Red Sonja cover.
Okay.
Um, I just can't place. If I wish I could find like where I saw it. Regardless, it's not even with this style that of hair or anything. I just yeah. So far, overall, it's a nice statue. It has like a nice arc going with the
Mhm.
blood base, and then the arc with her body. Getting this kind of like it's an S curve thing, but there's also a general C curve that's going into another curve. Makes it kind of like a spiral. If you look at her leg, you follow the arc all around with her sword. It comes back around with the blood, and then
Yeah.
it swoops back the opposite way.
Yeah.
So it's cool. There's like a lot of nice design elements.
How do
Uh,
you how do you feel about the Court of the Dead type feel in terms of, you have a skull here, you have a hand
yeah.
here, another skull here, and on the opposite side there's more skulls as well. Kind of
Hmm.
reminds me of the I might be pronouncing it wrong, but the Elianastis from Court of the Dead, that type of base,
Hmm.
kind of something similar.
Yes, like there's like spirits or demons or souls in the
Yeah.
blood. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. When I look at it, I know some people have some concerns about this holding up, and people the thing about when it comes to leaning concerns, people always think about the most recent time, and whenever they think about leaning,
Hmm.
people see one post on Facebook and they'll just assume everything in the whole line has an issue, when it could very well just be that specific statue had a problem, that
Yeah.
one unit, or like it could be up to a multitude of factors. Usually, I don't assume everything has leaning issues until multiple people
Well,
come out. You know,
yeah. I mean, I
and
think I don't think it will. I think we've grown enough in statues to where like I just don't. I think that base is gonna hold it very well. But something that's kind of crazy is from multiple angles. It's like, is the sword connected to the blood or not? Because here it clearly isn't. There's this gap.
hmm
But on other images, it is connected. You know what I'm saying? Like right here,
I think
it's
it's just
connected.
the angle, they overlap, and that is more than likely
See?
intentional. It's intentional to make it look like they're connected depending on the angle
Oh,
that you're looking at it from.
gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna bring up the quote unquote the specs. Bring up the specs real quick
What
here.
do you think about her pose?
Personally, I like it. I like the fact that we've gotten so many Red Sonjas, but they're all different enough to where you don't feel like you're purchasing the same statue over again. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that I like most about it. The pose to me, it fits the character. I'll say that.
It does. There's a distinct difference between this one and all the previous ones.
Yeah,
All the previous statues show her in the moment of triumph after she defeats the enemy.
right.
So there's the first one. She's holding the beheaded. I can't remember what it was, but there's a head, like she's holding by the hair as a trophy. Then the
Yeah,
second one, she's finished killing the basilisk, and the third
the Sheeta
one,
holds sword.
she's like in this battlefield, and there's a bunch of like arrows in the ground. There's people who've
Mhm.
died and stuff. And this, she's still mid battle. She's still in a fight. So it's this is very different from the pieces that came before it in that regard.
Yeah, now before we continue, is there any red Sonjas that you're actually looking for yourself?
I think
Any one specific?
all the previous Red Sonjas, they really suck. If you have the She Devil with a sword, I'll be happy to take it off your hands. It's a crappy statue, but if you have it, I'll take it off your hands. It's like I'd give you like 750 for it, 750 ship.
Yeah, I agree as well. I'm not looking for this one here, but if you just so happen to have it and you want to let it go for retail, 5, 6, I'll even cover shipping and tax. Don't worry about it. So 650. If anyone's trying to sell this one, exclusive or
Uh,
not, it doesn't matter to me.
that's quite
Again,
a
I know this isn't worth much, but if you happen to be selling it, 650 shipped, I'll go ahead and take it off your hands.
Yeah. This statue sucks a lot. Buy the new Red Sonja and give Cash this one. Let Cash help you get rid of this one.
Exactly. I'm trying to help you so you can get the new one. But dude, on this one here, we got to talk about the perks, man. What do you think about the $67.50 back in rewards, especially off of coming off that sideshow event where we got a bunch of rewards for you know, just being in their events?
It's pretty nice. It's very nice incentive, especially if you like this statue already.
Yeah, you're gonna buy it
And
anyway. Why not, right?
yeah, if you were gonna pre-order this already, it's a fantastic incentive. You're getting twice the number of points you would have gotten,
Now,
unlike if you don't. Go
on
ahead.
the flip side, it helps us as a collector in terms of the extra points or whatnot. Even though, but you have this ticker, right?
Hmm.
But before I get to the ticker, how does this help the company? Because they're saying, hey, we're going to give you points, but you got to do it within this time frame for the extra perks. You know,
They want, um,
like does
generally
this help them with
speaking,
the ES? Is this what this
help
is
it
for?
helps them with a bunch of things. They get a lot more cash up front to produce the piece. If they don't let if less people, let's imagine, so this is going to affect the ES, but
Right.
also let's just forget about ES for a second. If less people pre-order,
Hmm.
then they're using money out of pocket or they're borrowing, like, so they're using
Okay.
credit. And the thing is, right now debt is much more expensive. They probably would prefer to use as little of that as possible. Like, they want to use the actual money, from the people that will buy this to produce the piece, so they want more of that. And then also, like you're saying, the ES,
Yeah.
because it's kind of just like XM. It's just that they don't say it,
Hmm.
but a lot of these pieces are kind of like made to order.
Yeah.
So you have the pre-order period, and then depending on how many pre-orders they get, they'll add a little bit more for the final ES. Based on their own market analysis.
What do you think the edition size is going to be? Because I've seen other retailers obviously partnering with Sideshow to
Hmm.
bring this to collectors. So, are you thinking 500 or more based off of the previous iterations,
Maybe
or
2,000, 2,500.
with no exclusive though?
There's no exclusive now. So
Okay.
2,000, 2,500 maybe. It seems like people like it, and Red
Yeah.
Sonja is a pretty popular
Popular.
character. Going off, the last Stage of Taurus piece that was done, that was a
Uh huh.
similar, ES sexy character as well.
Hmm.
Looking at Frankie Reborn, all those previous pieces, and
Yeah.
the general sentiment to the reveal has been
Hmm.
positive. So
Oh
I'm going to
yeah.
assume it's going to be up. I'm expecting it to be more popular than the penguin statue, and that had like a relatively,
1,500.
yeah. So,
Yeah, I'm predicting anywhere from 1,750 to 2,500 on this statue because they know she's gonna sell.
hmm
So I'm predicting anywhere around there, especially with no exclusive. They're gonna uptick that number just slightly. This isn't like Captain Marvel where it only is gonna warrant 600. This is gonna sell because this is just more of a piece of art. You don't actually have to be a statue collector. This could be a one off, in somebody's office or something. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
or game room or anything like that. Going down to the specs of it though, we're coming in at for Steve Lord on the sculpt, Richard Luong on the design. I cannot pronounce the painter's name.
No, Chie.
Chie
Chie Izuma.
Izuma. Okay, on the paint. Um, and then on the height, we have 22.7, so almost 23 inches, 15.14 on the width, and then the depth, we have 14 inches. So overall, not too much on the space. Um,
Interesting fact,
yeah,
Steve Lord is the guy who sculpted the previous Art Sonia.
really.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a great sculptor. He's been sculpting a lot for a sideshow these like recent years. I
Wow.
know he
Yeah.
did, the Superman premium format. He did the Poison Ivy, the one before the two recent ones. The one you had or have. Uh,
For the Superman, you said?
he did a Superman, and he also did Poison Ivy.
Oh.
There's
Oh yeah, yeah.
there's a Deadly by Nature, and then there's the one that came out with the 250 ES or 200.
Yeah, yeah.
The one before those two,
Before that, yeah. I know what you're talking about
he
with
did
the
that one.
with the hand like this.
Yeah, I believe he
Yeah.
did the Black Canary.
Yep. He did the Black Canary here. The Captain Marvel, like you said.
Yeah. Wait,
Yep, Steve Lord.
Steve Lord, yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. So pretty good sculptor on here. For also the Wonder Woman. Wow. That's crazy.
Great
Um
sculptor.
Yeah, yeah, and the Dragon Slayer.
Hmm. I just bought
Uh,
that. So
oh wow,
and the Wonder Woman, I've been contemplating hard. Uh, I really
wow.
like it.
Okay, cool, man,
The
cool.
only thing I don't like about it is the costume. I would have wanted
Yeah,
like a classic costume. The
same here.
unfortunately the Gal Gadot movie was so popular that it's been we can't get a proper comic Wonder Woman anymore. We just get like variations of Gal Gadot.
Yeah, dude. I like everything I'm seeing here with Red Sonja. There's nothing glaring that makes me kind of shy away from it. It is something I do want. I don't know. I want to get it, but I don't want to be forced to pre-order it just because of the extra points. So if I'm in a position to pre-order it within that deadline, I'll gladly do it. If I'm not in a position, then I'll still get it. Just won't be
Hmm.
with those extra perks.
You know what I'll
Um.
say is if you miss that thing, then don't pre-order it. Just wait till it
Oh
starts
yeah,
shipping.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, guys, this has been this segment of Cash Out or I Don't Know. Red Sonja, a Savage Sword premium format. For me, this is a cash out. Definitely, I think it's something I'm gonna pick up. If you like it, I would say, hey, this is a good option as a Red Sonja to not pay an aftermarket price. What about you, Buck? What's your final verdict? Is this a
It's
cash
a
out?
definite nope.
Ooh,
That's a hell no for me. I'll be finding the Red Sonja elsewhere.
no doubt, no doubt. Cool, man. Cool. Well, thank you guys for joining us for this segment. We will see you guys on the next one. And hey, cash out, baby. Cash out.
Some cash in your life.
Not cock.